Cocksucker.
Oh, that's right. It's late for you guys. It's kind of early here. All right, welcome to Keyboard Warriors, presented by CrossFitMMA.com. My name is Eddie Law. I am the host. With me tonight, as always, the boys from Stand and Bang MMA, Aaron Robbins and Fred Kirby, also from Gem City Fighting. What's up, fellas? Let's get right to the craziness here. Actually, I want to get right into Fedor right away because that got you guys kind of animated before we even started the show. All right, so announced today, the keyword targeted, but we fucking know it's going to be most likely either this guy or another fucking blockhead. But Fedor's going to end up fighting some guy named Jaideep Singh, who is technically a kickboxer. He's 40-10 record, hasn't won a kickboxing match since 2011 is what I remember, and he's had one MMA fight. And he won, he's 1-0, but just one. And he's going to fight the greatest heavyweight of all time. Aaron, what the fuck?
Yeah, it seems totally legit to me. The king, the last prince, the legend of MMA, is going to fight a guy who's a glorified amateur. Well, yeah, why not? He didn't go to the UFC. He went to Bellator. So there's obviously a lot of money involved with this. Coker's using him as a flagship. Ooh, we've got Fedor. Ooh, we've got this guy. And that is a good get. But I don't know if this is like a tune-up fight or if this is a one-off or it's just a joke. But what it will do is it'll bring in a lot of casuals, just like the Tito fight, just like the Bonner fight. A lot of people have heard of Fedor Emelianenko. And what's better for the casuals than watching the last prince just fucking decimate a shitbird? Because the casual fan, although they can go fuck themselves, know nothing. So it doesn't matter to them that this guy is 40-10 in kickboxing, hasn't won in a month of Sundays, and has no clue what he's up against. And Fedor will probably be juiced out of his gourd. This is the first time in my life I've ever seen him with vasculature. He has veins in his arms. You don't get bigger with age, Kung Lee. You know what I mean? This is just a complete fucking, it's lunacy. It's a circus. But that's it. Really, honestly, guys, it seems like that's where MMA is headed lately. It's a fucking circus.
It's WWE in MMA form. It's fucking pro wrestling in MMA form. That's what it is. And it's fucking ridiculous. First of all, I'm with you on the whole, look, Fedor's going to be juiced out of his mind. The Singh guy's going to be juiced out of his mind. The Kung Lee picture, look, man, we all fucking know it was lighting, and he had just gotten done lifting. Okay, we fucking know he wasn't fucking juiced. Bullshit.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got a lot of different lights in my house. I look chubby in all of them.
Yeah, I don't look any different in any lights, and I tried all of them. Fred, what do you think about this bullshit?
I'm working out. I look flushed and sweaty.
Yo, listen, man. All bullshit aside, y'all was always kind of shitting on Fedor anyways. I think neither one of you was extremely excited to see dude come back, all things considered. You know what I mean? I was genuinely excited to see Fedor come back. I was curious to see what he could do. Heavyweight feels like one of those divisions that it's always kind of wide open. Like I said, man, you got guys like fucking Arlovsky roaming the top of the heap in the UFC right now. I didn't think it was that far out of the realm of possibility for Fedor to come back and make a run. And this baffles the fuck out of me. It seems like something that would have worked in Pride 10 years ago. And I don't know whether, what's that cat's name, man? The Kazushi, whatever the fuck, the Asian cat that's starting this new organization that Fedor's fighting for.
Impossible to say.
The original owner of Pride or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what that dude's angle is, but this is a horrible idea. And I tell you what, Aaron, I do disagree with you in thinking that this will even bring in the casuals. I think this is a fucking Cosmic mission, man. Like I don't know. They could literally Kimbo Slice is a better option. Hell, he's probably a better, more challenging MMA fight. How fucking ridiculous did they go find a guy that's literally less of a challenge than Kimbo would be in an MMA fight? It's a horrible decision. I have no idea why they're doing it. Fedor could be decent.
I want you to clarify something for me and the people watching. This first fight with Fedor will be under the Bellator banner, yeah?
It will not be. In fact, they don't even know the name of the fucking organization you're going to be fighting under. One of the names discussed is Samurai FC, but it's yet to be finalized. But they're it's all a bunch of bullshit. They have no clue. They're literally pulling this out of their asses by the end of the year.
Okay.
Well, that was confusing to me that Bellator made the announcement that Fedor was going to fight in a Japanese organization that does not exist. So there's actually a possibility that this shit will just get flushed down the toilet before there's a fight. They might actually be pre-gaming this. That makes sense. If you're about to start Samurai FC and you've got, Ichiyara Kamamoto that nobody's ever heard of, and all of these little Asian guys about to fight, and then you're like, we have Fedor, somebody might actually turn on the channel and watch. Without Fedor, nothing, but man, this is a failure from the get.
I had heard that they're not going to do that they're not going to litter the card with local Asian talent. I had heard that they're trying to do something different. Like, at least that's what I had read, that I think Ariel's funny ass had tweeted out that that's not the plan, that dude didn't plan on. Okay, so listen, whatever, that's not important. Here's my question to you guys. What the fuck is Fedor thinking? We've all made the statement on this show that we didn't think he needed to do it for money. All bullshit aside, I'm starting to second guess that. Why the fuck on earth would he come back and fight a character like this?
Controlling interest in the company.
For what, money?
What else? It sure as fuck ain't gonna be fame.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a damn shame, kind of, man. I did want to see the guy come back, and he comes back, and fuck, they couldn't have round up Czech Congo. What the fuck? I mean, somebody for the fucking guy. I mean, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What the fuck? A guy that literally nobody has heard of. Hell, the dude ain't even got that great of a kickboxing record. Fuck, what'd you say? He's got like 10 losses?
Yeah, 10 losses, and the last time he won one of those was in 2011.
See, get fucking Fedor Badr Hari. I'm down with that.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Get him fucking somebody that we've at least fucking heard of. Who's the Glory heavyweight champion right now? I don't even know who the cat's name is. Find that motherfucker and give him. Somebody that's got a remote fucking name. I mean, this is just the stupidest thing ever. Who the fuck is going to care about this? Maybe the Asian crowd will buy into it for a freak show because dude's like a kickboxer. But like I said, even if you're going to grab a kickboxer, you would think they could grab somebody with more name notoriety than this fucking guy for Fedor, man. Come on.
Right. And actually, one of the reasons Bellator was the one that made the announcement is because Spike is going to be doing the broadcasting. They had the broadcasting rights for this supposed to be Samurai FC. The funny shit is we're going to get that shit on tape delay. We're not even going to get it live. So it's like it doesn't fucking matter. Like my interest in this shit went from like nothing to negative, just under. I don't give a fuck about this shit. But they are going to be trying to do 3 events in 3 days, legit. And then one of the main events, I think the one on December 29th, the main event for that one is Shinya Aoki versus Kazushi Sakuraba. Why they're dragging Sakuraba out of retirement to fight is just beyond me. It's stupid. I don't know why they're doing it.
Man, he has got to be old.
Oh, he's old as fuck.
He's very old.
It's. How do I tune into this shit show?
Spike, maybe like on tape delay, maybe like either. They haven't announced all the details, but I'm assuming it'll be like at least a few hours after, if not the day after. Otherwise, stream it.
I can't stand shit like this. I actually kind of like Shinya Aoki too. He's another one. What the fuck are you doing, Kazushi Sakuraba? The dude's been off smoking cigarettes and fucking whores. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm telling you, man. I think that the Asian promoters, except for like in ONE FC, it seems like they kind of get the idea that you got to kind of roll with the Western idea of shit as far as MMA goes. But some of these other cats, this Fedor shit and Aoki fight and Sakuraba, it seems very like old school Pride, freak showish. Like when Fedor fought that Zulu character. Like that shit worked then. I think not even the common douchebag at B-dubs falls for this shit. Like, I think even that guy goes, hey, wait a minute. One's not a very big number. Dang.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this thing is going to get flushed down the toilet quick.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's some kind of change of opponent and do something insane, like get Randy Couture, somehow pay him that much fucking money. Or, hell, I'd rather see him fight Tim Sylvia. You know, fuck weight divisions.
I would rather see him fight Sylvester Stallone. That fucking guy. Jesus Christ.
He can fight the entire cast of The Expendables.
Ronda included. There you go.
All right, let's push forward.
What's next?
All right, moving on. UFC 192. What?
DC.
Yep, UFC 192 went down on Saturday. Obviously, headline DC versus Alexander Gustafson, and Daniel Cormier wouldn't be be a split decision, but let's be real. DC should have won that be a unanimous decision, right? I mean, the fuck.
Do you people really get your pussies wet about shit like this? All these people You think DC won round 3? I think Gus won round...
No. I don't give a shit who won what round. But the
You
fact that
lost.
one judge gave 4 rounds to Gustafson, that is fucking, in another fight, that matters. And this one, it didn't really matter.
Fair enough. That's stupid.
No, I hate the card dissectors. Well, what do you mean Gus lost the round that he took DC down in? How does that happen? It's a fucking conspiracy. Hey, you know what? It was a good fucking fight is what it was. I watch that fight every weekend. I don't care who wins. I got a lot of respect for Gus for keeping on bowing his head into that fucking uppercut all night. How the fuck do you just stay there during that? Take a step back, Gus. It was like he agreed to it. He's just like, okay, I'll just bend over at the waist. Yeah. You gotta be fucking kidding me. But he had his nose all fucking Rory McDonald smashed. He kept going in. That guy's got all heart. He knocked around DC. Those guys looked worse fighting each other than either one of them fought or looked fighting John Jones. That was a brutal fight. It was entertaining. And this is one instance where I didn't care that DC won. I was actually all right with that. He fought a good fight. It wasn't just wrestle fucking. Like, after the second round, he pretty much stopped trying to take Gus down and just was like, all right, we're just going to do it on the feet, which I was impressed with. So both the guys took a hell of a beating. Neither one of those guys has a chance against John Jones if he comes back the same. You know what I mean? And that's the big question right now, isn't it? What are we going to get when Johnny comes back?
I mean, they had him on video deadlifting 525 pounds or some shit.
I don't want to. You know what? I don't want to see his fucking chicken legs trembling like that no more.
Fucking Fred, what did you think of the fight overall?
It was a fucking fantastic fight, man. I thought that it was a great fight. Both dudes fucking put up a tremendous amount of heart. It's the type of shit we tune in for. And quite frankly, the card was low key kind of a shit show. Like it really salvaged the card, man. The card needed a great main event like that, and it was a really great main event. There were times where it looked like Gustafson might actually finish DC. I forget which round it was, but he actually had him hurt really.
When he caught it with that knee?
Yeah. What round was that?
3?
That's what I was thinking, second or third. Yeah, he hurt him bad right then, man. And but I still feel like DC definitely warranted a unanimous decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he did win the fight. I don't think that it was that close, really.
Yeah, but I don't know. Statistically, total strikes as opposed to landed strikes. One judge was on the northeast corner.
Yeah. They'll cry babies.
Yeah, man. And that shit, the thing that gets me is these motherfuckers talk about this for a week. They go back and forth on Facebook and Twitter. The fight is done, dick face. No matter how much you debate it in your mind, the judge's ink is dry. Move on to the next fight. Now, Fred, you mentioned that this card was kind of low-key a shit show. What did you mean?
I thought the main card, the pay-per-view portion of the card, sucked. There was a lot of finishes up until then, and then shit dragged. Fucking through the whole pay-per-view. Was there any other finishes on the pay-per-view?
No. There was no finishes in the pay-per-view. There was all decisions, I believe. Let me check on that. But I know
there was one,
prelims,
right?
No, there was no finishes.
None?
None on the main card. In the prelims, there was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, well, let's run down the main card right quick then. Remind me of the atrocities. Who started us off? Jessica, and
Juliana Pena.
Yeah, okay. So what did you guys think about that fight? I thought Pena was cute running her mouth about Ronda Rousey, but fucking Huckleberry my dick, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that Huckleberry, sweetie.
They're all doing that. I'm 9-0. She's 9-0. I just laid all over Jessica I for 15 minutes and couldn't even come close to finishing her. Give me Ronda Rousey. That's like me saying I could catch a 357 Magnum in my teeth. That'd be fucking stupid. That fight was awful. A lot of it was Pena's ring rust. And Jessica I'm sorry, but maybe the time spent with big old what's-his-fuck isn't doing her no good.
Yeah, fuck it. Cat's out of the bag.
Come on, we saw the picture, Sean Jordan. That wasn't no friend hug. He was liking that. We broke that shit on Stand and Bang, allegedly.
Tell you what, Allegedly, they both had a pretty shitty night that night.
Oh,
as far
yeah.
as it goes, what the fuck?
I'll tell you what, I don't know how many more bad nights Jessica I can have before we see her in Smellator.
Yeah. I hate to just fucking talk shit, but this is Keyboard Warriors, so Jessica I kinda fucking sucks. And that pains me greatly. She's an Ohio girl. I hate the fucking, but fuck, man.
Here's the plain fact. I don't think she sucks. I don't think she sucks. She's just not UFC bantamweight quality.
Which means you fucking suck, man. Julia Pena ain't all that fucking fantastic.
Yeah. All right. What's next? Let's fucking come on. Let's get this shit going.
All right. Joseph Benavidez against Ali Bagatina. Benavidez wins via decision in a very boring fight. Very boring fight.
Here's another one. Fucking alpha fail.
I got nothing to say about that.
All right, moving on.
Them little midgets.
Yeah, Ruslan Magomedov wins via decision against Sean Jordan in his busted ribs. Apparently, in between rounds 1 and 2, Sean Jordan tells his corner that his ribs are busted, and he ended up just fighting through it.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said? I thought he said, "I want a bucket of ribs."
During the fight, he looked like he ate a bucket of ribs before he got in that bitch. That dude looked fat as fuck. He looked bigger than he normally does. So, I mean,
he looked weird, man. He looked like he got hurt, like his eye and shit. He was doing some weird shit throughout the fight. Like there were a couple times where he looked like he was borderline about to be like, you know what, he looked. I don't know, man. He was doing some weird shit during the fight at certain points.
And when he got that baby scratch under his eye,
yeah,
coach kept saying, "It's just a toenail. It's just a toenail." He's like, "No, man. Look, motherfucker, I'm done. This is gay. Where's Jessica?
Kiss make it feel better. Where's Jessica? Kiss and make it feel better." Fucking.
So, was you impressed with the Russian's performance though? I thought dude looked pretty good, man.
He looked pretty good against Sean Jordan when he's all bitching about a bucket of ribs.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, moving on. Co-main event: Ryan Bader beats old ass Rashad Evans with ring rust, no 2 years off, and everyone wants to give this motherfucker a title shot. What the fuck?
I'll tell you what. Yeah. If nothing else, I got to take my hat off to old Ryan Bader because he did look okay. Like, whatever he's doing now, he did change his style because I thought that he was just going to blanket Rashad. Now, that being said, that fight was terrible.
Thank God you came back with that.
Yeah, here's some credit, but fuck you.
But for being a terrible fight, Bader did keep it on the feet. And although Rashad looked good physically, he is done. He has run his course. He was the champion. He took it from Forrest Griffin. That's great. That was forever ago. He does not belong in the right now of that division. He is never going to have a fucking chance.
I would like to see him get one more fight, man. I mean, you're probably right, but he had been out for a very long time. And you know what? As much as I can't stand Ryan Bader, you're right. The cute little prick's on a long win streak. He's been fighting. He's been active. And listen, if fucking JJ don't come back, you got to give somebody the title shot. DC's got to eat somebody's soul. Bader's been shooting his mouth off, getting kicked out of press conferences. I mean,
no, I tell you what, we are all going to look like a bunch of fucking idiots if Bader lambaste DC.
I'm going to fucking kill myself.
I tell you what, I wouldn't watch the fucking heavyweight division again until somebody told me that Bader got stripped of the title by somebody else. I'd be like, that's it. Fucking 205 is done.
Yeah, shit.
Mike Jarvis saying that Ryan Bader looked okay because Rashad looked terrible, and he really did look terrible. But I mean, you guys are saying 2 years out, cage rust, older, and Ryan Bader just kind of fucked with him a little bit. So, but yeah, you're right. He wasn't a wet blanket, so credit for that. All right, let's talk a little bit about the prelims. Yair Rodriguez wins or beats Daniel Hooker via decision. He actually looked pretty good. A lot of comparisons to Anthony Pettis.
We talked about Yair Rodriguez, me and Fred, and I'm very happy that they pulled him out of Mexico and brought him over to the American cards because I think that kid, given a little bit of time, a little bit of polish, I think he could be a legit threat.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that dude's very good, and you're right, man. I think it was a great idea to put him on this card. And Daniel Hooker was a good fight for him because dude's low-key a tough motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a good test for Yair. And Yair looked good, man. He fucking did some of that crazy shit. He fought probably a little bit more control than he had in the past. He looks like he's really starting to come into his own, man. So, for sure. But still really exciting, too.
Definitely. All right, another fight on the prelims to talk about here. Albert Tumadov knocks out Alan Jouban. And Jouban, look, Jouban normally gets hurt and he comes back, and maybe doesn't win a fight, but he comes back. He got knocked the fuck out, got back up, started bitching, sounded like a fucking drunk sailor that just got fucked in the ass by two gay dudes. Look, you guys are on the list already. I kind of want to get on the list.
How do you know what that sounds like, Eddie?
I don't. I see you.
Okay. No, man. That was a good knockout. When a grown man slumps forward at the waist, completely unconscious, and then gets up and is like, "Well, what the fuck happened to me?" That is some good shit right there. I just love it when you have that complete memory loss, and he's like, "No, what'd you stop the fight for?" Because you took a 30-minute nap in the cage. You were completely sleeping, my friend. And I do like Alan Jouban. That was just a good. I mean, he hit him upside the head with that leg kick to start that flurry, and that last punch, that was damn near close to like Rich Franklin, Nate Quarry-esque. That was a clean, crisp, good fucking night shot. That might have been my favorite fight besides the main event. That may have been some of my favorite stuff right there of that event.
Yeah, I threw out that little line about Jouban getting butt fucked because I want to see if those if a couple certain Twitter accounts are watching to give out a good old Davey Boy shout out. You want to throw that out there? Or should I?
Femdom MMA
fighter. Femdom fight. Okay, so Davey Boy wants to send a shout out.
Yeah, let's get Davey Boy off our back because he seems to be all hyped up on Jolt Cola tonight or something.
He's tweeting like a motherfucker, but he wants to see Combat Truth and Femdom Fighters. Big shout out from Davey Boy and a big fuck you from us, or me at least.
Yeah, I made their list, and Fred is desperately trying to get on the list.
You know what? I'm over it. I'm over them and their fucking list.
I'm saying like things. I'm like pushing the boundary little by little, trying to find out how far I can get before I get to what you went on to get on that list. I want to see how like what I got to do.
Yeah. Did you listen to Musings? I said real bad word on Musings.
Yeah, you did, motherfucker. Shit. I fell over laughing. You said that because I was like, I hope they're listening to this shit too. But I don't know if they were. Anyway.
They weren't.
Okay, moving on in the prelims here. Martins knocks the fuck out of Islam Makhachev. Martins' stand-up game looking really fucking good. Now, it was never in doubt that he was good on stand-up, but goddamn, knock him the fuck out. But
that was a weird shot too, because he just kind of clipped him in the front of the mouth, and it whipped his neck around. That's just one of those, that's one of those unfortunate things where just perfect timing. And if the kid would have been a half step forward or a half step back, it might have rung his bell a little bit, but it just cranked his neck, and good night.
If it was a fifth, we'd have been drunk.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what the fuck if he was a cunt hair back or forward or whatever. He wasn't. His funny ass got clocked. Homeboy hits really hard, and you know what you do with people like that? You be very careful. Fuck, that Russian got a little too cute and just got clocked, and that's that.
Exactly.
And that's fact.
Yeah. All right. And what the last FS1 prelim, Rosa Namajunas takes Angela Hill's neck off her when Angela Hill fucks up trying to explode up, stand up, and leaves herself wide open. Mind you, Angela Hill.
Yeah. You know what? With the Angela Hill, good job. My hat's off to you, honey, but what the fuck? You don't belong in the UFC even a little bit. That's affirmative action in full blow.
Dude, you're gonna get on like a million other lists. You know what? You're gonna get on the type of list where I'm gonna have to get on here and be like, "Come on, this guy, come on."
We're cool.
I mean, seriously, and it has nothing to do with her being black or African American. She's just not good. When they keep saying that she was a kickboxing champion, we had her on Stand and Bang. It's not technically true. She only had a few kickboxing fights, and it just happened to be one of those shitbird regionals where you win a championship. And I think she had, one MMA fight before she got into the fighter house? Didn't do well there, and hasn't won a fight in the UFC. I mean, come on. This is what her third. This is their third loss, right?
I think so. Pretty sure it's her third loss, but she's gonna be out pretty soon.
What did I just hear in the background?
That's what I was fucking thinking.
No, fucking Mike Jarvis sent a video over of Sage Northcutt and I think his sister doing karate. But fuck that right now. What the fuck? Weirdos are screaming. Sorry. All right.
So that's a nice segue into Mr.
The next
Northcutt,
fight.
then.
Francisco Trevino fucks up, gets knocked the fuck out, and then shoves Herbine twice on his way out of the UFC, more than likely. In fact, I'm like 100% sure he's going to get cut the fuck up. But the story is Sage Northcutt beating the shit out of this shitbird very quickly at 19 years old, to the point where Kenny Florian, who shitbird himself, by the way, although he did have quite a few good fights, but shitbird himself is hyping up Northcutt by saying that he could be like GSP times 10. What in the motherfuck is he talking about?
This is, you know what I like right now is that nobody's talking about Connor McNuggets.
You know what's funny? Hold on. You know what's funny about that? I was gonna say.
I know the pictures.
Yeah. You know how bad it's gotten? Look at this. I just seen this. People are putting atrocities like this up.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is where I draw the fucking line, guys.
I saw another one that was funny as hell, man. It was a Conor McGregor with a big sad face. And it's like when your boyfriend starts loving a 19-year-old.
That's cute.
Oh, that's pretty bad. But
you know what? I wasn't impressed at all because the dude that he was fighting came in 5 pounds heavy. Looked like he was wearing somebody else's skin. I'd never heard of the son of a bitch before, and it was just those little pity pat. It was a flurry. You know, he's just like, oh my God, and the announcer's like, good Lord, look at the speed. It was like, could you stop blowing wind up this fucking kid's ass?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I've been watching the sport for 20 years. I know a good fighter when I see him, no matter how many times you say it. This kid's fucking 19. Put him up against a solid opponent once. Let's see what happens when he gets in trouble. I want to see his ground game. I want to see the purple belt in jiu-jitsu. The purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Fucking purple belt in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Get this kid up against somebody who has some legitimate talent, not some fucking guy that nobody's ever heard of. Not with a hype train, you know what I mean? You want to at least put him against a C+ opponent, not a fucking D-.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's the deal, man. Look, the kid got his chance in the UFC, and he came out and he stomped homeboy. I can't hate on the kid at all. I mean, you know, he came out and murdered his opponent. What are you going to do? I tell you what bothers me about Mr. Sage Northcutt is the reason why he's so hyped. And I'll make a slightly odd comparison right quick. MVP. I'm a big fan of MVP, Michael Venom Page.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I'm a big fan of his is because he does unique, cool shit in the cage. He dances around and kicks you in the face and does shit that's entertaining to watch as a fight fan. And don't get me wrong, Sage Northcutt's fighting style seems entertaining so far in his first fight, but that is not why he has this incredible amount of hype. He's got all this hype because he's a good-looking kid. And good for him, but who gives a fuck? I mean, I guess my big question with this shit is, how important is it nowadays for a fighter to be good-looking? You look at Paige Van Zandt. She is good, but let's fucking keep it funky. She's sponsored by Reebok, and she's fucking, you know, on Fox and all this bullshit because she's extremely good-looking. Sage Northcutt had all this hype, and now is fucking in memes next to Conor fucking McGregor because he's a good-looking kid. I don't give a fuck that he's pretty, man. He's not a fucking musician or an actor. This is fucking a fight sport, man. This is blood sport. His looks should matter zero. It's cool that he is, but like that should not give him any extra hype for fucking people like us.
No. I'll tell you what. You know what hypes me about a fighter? Viciousness. If he would have come out and he would have been vicious, throwing oblique kicks and really trying to hurt this cat, landing hard, making him bleed, making him pay, I've been like, I don't care if he looks like a Ken doll. That's cool. That's one of the things that's won me over a little bit about Conor McGregor, is he comes right out and he's like, when I hit these fuckers, they've never been hit like this. I'm gonna punish them. I'm gonna hurt them. Like, yeah, I like that. I can get behind that. You know what I mean? When you swing your arms around real fast and you can do a front flip, I don't give a shit about your 8-pack. I don't care that you use dippity-doo in your hair. You know what I mean? Go fuck yourself with all of that. Yeah, it's one thing. This is not a female-driven sport. It's a male-driven sport. So a very, very good-looking male, whoop-de-doo. I can see why they would do it with Paige Van Sant and some of the other cuties. It's marketable. But a really, really good-looking guy? Are we trying to break into a new market, the Rainbow Coalition that I'm not aware of? Or because that doesn't do nothing for me.
So I'm going to ask you a straight question then. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think it is for a fighter to be good-looking?
On a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10?
Motherfucker.
Because I say 0.
0. Okay. Like, no, okay. Okay, so that's from your point of view.
I don't give a shit. I'll tell you what, I don't give a shit if you've been run through a wood chipper and put back together.
True. Eddie?
John, look, man. 0, man. John Jones is one of the ugliest motherfuckers in the UFC. If you want to, if you're gonna be honest about it, and he's a killer.
Okay, so what about for broads though? Does it matter? Like, does it make you want to watch Paige Van Sant fight more because she's good looking?
Absolutely not, and I'll tell you why. What's Felice Herrig?
Yeah. Oh God.
You think she's good looking or whatever?
Horse face.
They're making fucking figurines of her and shoving her down. She sucked. She fucking fell off the first obstacle in American Ninja. The funniest thing I've ever seen. And I'll tell you what, I tune in to see Johanna Jedrzejczyk fight every single time. Is she classically beautiful? I would say not. You know what I mean? Especially during weigh-ins and shit when she's doing her Velociraptor shit.
Oh, yeah.
Not good looking at all. But that bitch will whip your ass. That's what I tune in. I want to see a fighter who will beat your ass. And as a matter of fact, just saying, I might derive a little bit of pleasure from Johanna beating the shit out of a real pretty girl. Being like, remember when you knocked my books out of my hand in high school? I'm about to bust your fucking nose.
JJ vs. Paige Van Sant would be hilarious. From that point of view, JJ vs. Paige Van Sant, make that shit ASAP because I want to laugh a little bit. That shit would be hilarious. Just JJ bringing up murderous thoughts of like killing everybody in high school that shoved her into lockers and shit. Yeah, right before she got into boxing and the fucking Muay Thai and everything, and then she's coming back. Pop, just this Paige Van Sant's face is just like a ball of I'm gonna kill you, that kind of thing.
Eddie's bringing up some nerd rage from high school. You catch that?
Yeah, we can totally tell that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's why I run the Spartan races. And that's why I run the Spartan races. And I ran 3 Spartan races. And I know because that motherfuckers called me chubby in high school.
Getting back at him.
Hey man, there's a reason I had to learn how to fight in fucking 9th grade, man. All right. Anyway, when you have an accent, you don't speak English very good. Kids will make fun of you, and then you get pissed off. Anyway. Moving on here. But okay, let's go back to Stage Northcutt. Fred, the hype, obviously he's hyped as fuck. Do you think this kid will actually become something? Because everyone's thinking he's a next future superstar.
It's way too early to tell. I mean, he looked really good in his first fight, right? He's undefeated. There's no reason to say that he can't be, but it's way too early to tell how good he is yet. I mean, like Aaron said, you need to give the cat, look, fuck it. He's got the hype, right? Give him somebody. Let's find out. What the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck. Where was he? Is he at 45? Featherweight? Or no, he was he's a lightweight, right?
Lightweight. I think he's lightweight.
He's a 55. He's a 55er.
Yeah.
Come on, you cocksuckers. Name somebody. Throw a name out there. Who the fuck should Boy get next?
Davey Boy threw out a name. Davey Boy goes, put him against Donald Cerrone.
He's fucking cute.
Yeah,
Rick Story.
No, 55.
Isn't that? Who am I thinking? Who did Cerrone kick in the ass real hard?
Oh, they were on the ground.
Medeski.
No.
No, the guy that he punted when he was on the ground just kept kicking him and kicking him.
Yeah, he got pissed off because this dude landed on his ass and wouldn't get up. And then he just started literally kicking his ass on the ground. Fuck.
Come on.
My memory shut the shit.
No, whatever. He ain't gonna get that guy anyways. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Who should the fucking kid realistically get? Obviously, a step up in competition. Maybe a name that we would notice, but somebody you could realistically give the kid. 55 is fucking deep. There's gotta be somebody. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I can't think of anyone that I would want to put him against. Rick Story would be if he can be at 55. Rick Story, but
oh man, but Rick Story and 55.
Was he at 45? Yeah.
Story's 70.
Story's 70? All right, hold up. Someone hit us up. Give him Yancy Medeiros.
Medeiros.
Medeiros will murder him. Nate Diaz.
Oh, come on, let's not get stupid.
No. Time out. Think about it. Super nice, clean kid who doesn't ever cuss ever. He's working his engineering degree and reading books on quantum physics and shit. He could fight against a kid from Stockton that don't know jack shit, can barely speak English, okay, but is a bad motherfucker and has the ground game of a beast. Let's throw this kid in the fucking fire. What?
You should, if they offered Nate Diaz that fight, somebody should just film his reaction. I ain't fucking fighting that pretty motherfucker. Fuck him. What the fuck has he done? He ain't getting a fight with me, homie.
I would still want to see it. I don't know why. I just fucking.
Nah, I don't know. Listen, give the kid a name. Find him a fucking somebody from the Ultimate Fighter that's kind of tough, that's somebody we would recognize or something. That could provide him with somewhat of a test, and let's see if he's about anything.
No, you know what? Hold on. We gotta stop this. Who in the hell are we thinking about that fought Donald Cerrone? This is frying my brains.
All right,
go to SureDog and look at the fucking cute little pitch record.
I don't have to go to SureDog nothing. I'm going to Wikipedia. SureDog can't suck it.
SureDog fucks shit up all the time, actually, to be honest with you. Okay, is it going to pull up for me or not? SureDog will fucking... Sometimes it doesn't even pull up. It just...
Miles Jury. God damn it.
There it is.
Okay, yeah. Well, nah, that's probably still a little bit too far up the ladder.
All right, I'll tell you what. Give him like an Evan Dunham. Give him a Jim Miller.
So yeah, I could dig something like that. Yeah. Something like that. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that say that's a way too much of a step up in competition, but fuck it. If they're going to hype the kid and he's good, whatever. Maybe he is that good. Let's see.
Davey Boy says, I'm not saying Sage Northcutt is a baby, but when he was born, that's when Uriah Faber was seriously the California kid.
It's true.
All right, now enough about Sagebrush or whatever the fuck his name is. What's up with Dillashaw defecting Team Alpha Fail?
Who the fuck didn't see that coming? I fucking knew. But look, man, here's the thing. I think it says more about Faber than it does about Dillashaw. You know what I mean? Like, Faber's been his buddy and his leader, I guess, for fucking years. And then Dillashaw's like, well, my coach has left. He went to Colorado. Because remember, Faber put out that story that he was in TJ Dillashaw's living room with TJ's parents and his wife, and TJ was in tears like a fucking 5-year-old who won't get his candy and shit. And then all of a sudden TJ says, all right, well, fuck you. I'm going to go with the guy that made me cry. You know what I mean? So I think Faber looks real bad.
Tell you what, while he was under Faber's tutelage, whatever, he didn't have a gold strap.
Nope.
Dwayne Ludwig was like, listen, Cat, I'm going to turn you into a completely different fighter. You're going to have great footwork. You're going to have power. Not only are you going to beat an unbeatable fighter, but you're going to beat him twice. Yeah, you moved to Colorado. This ain't about fucking hand-holding and sucking dicks. This is about fighting. This is your career. He's a young guy. He could have a fucking awesome career. So what do? Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I'm around all you fucking midgets over at Team Alabama. No. Zoop. You go where you find success. It's a fucking business deal. Get over yourselves. This isn't about fucking emotion and physical bonds and shit like this. You can still be buddies. What Uriah Faber should have done was say, fare thee well. Congratulations. I haven't worn the strap since WEC was a real thing. You fucking destroyed Henan Barrow not once but twice.
Yeah.
So good. Follow Dwayne Ludwig. Good luck to you. Come back and train with us anytime you want to.
Exactly. And now, Fred, this opens up a possible Faber Dillashaw fight now.
I mean, maybe if Faber can win a fight, what makes Faber even relevant anymore? Like, he would need to win a fight to even get that fucking title shot at this point, right? Like, people keep bringing that fight up, but why? Like, Faber needs to earn that fight. Fuck.
Yeah, no, he does for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the type of cat that doesn't even really deserve another title fight. I guess there's a history there, but really, I guess that fight just doesn't excite me much because what the fuck has Faber done lately? Like, he's got a name, but damn, man, he's on his last limb too. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that fight.
Speaking of Faber, have either one of you guys watched the Tough Show, the recent one, the newest one?
No,
I haven't either.
I'm a Conor fan, and I can't. I just Tough is. I'm so over Tough, man. Like, I just can't even fucking watch it anymore, man. I can't.
All right, let's move on here. Let's talk about BJ Penn wanting to come back to fight Nik Lentz and Mike Dolce. First of all, someone tell BJ Penn to sit down and shut the fuck up. because we don't want to see him come back and possibly get murdered. But against Nik Lentz, you know?
No, please. No, you guys are going to make me fucking cry before we go off there. Fucking no, man. BJ, please. Do not come back and fight fucking Nik Lentz, man. BJ fucking Penn is a legend. Fucking don't pull a Fedor. God damn it. Stay gone. Fucking you're the man. What the fuck? You came back and you fought Roy McDonald at 70. You fought Nick Diaz at 70. You even came back and fought Frankie Edgar, which has kicked your ass twice and is still a bad motherfucker. All that shit is the reason why BJ Penn is still my favorite fighter of all times. He's a fucking warrior. What the fuck does coming back and beating the Carney prove? And for what? To prove Mike Dolce wrong? Oh man, stop it. Just stop it. Doesn't fucking, I was talking to my homie fucking Gary about this earlier. Doesn't fucking BJ got like a prodigy by now? Don't he got a fucking nephew or a cousin? You know, can he live vicariously through somebody else at this point? No, man. I don't, please. I don't want to see BJ come back. And even if he does, best case scenario, come back and look good against fucking Nik Lentz. Then you
what?
Know? Then what, man? Like that's not even a win that matters. And then it's probably just setting him up to take a beating from somebody else. He don't need to be fighting those type of guys, man. He's fucking BJ Penn.
Yeah. And here's the thing, man. Just there's a lot of nobility in staying retired. Like what Fred said, man. You're the prodigy. Don't lower yourself. Like, okay, Lil Evil. He's a good example. Yeah, Lil Evil. Who am I thinking? Jens Pulver.
Yeah.
A guy that just he was great when he was young, or arguably great over there with Pat Miletich. You know what I mean? At the Miletich camp there, one of those products. But the cat just hung on and hung on and hung on. And it's just, you know what I mean? It mars the memory. BJ Penn needs to stick with eating Spam and drinking beer. And that's fine. Because you're right. Beating the Carney does nothing. Even if he beats him to death. Let's say fucking Nik Lentz dies in the cage. It'd be fucking interesting, but it's a one-off. Where do you go from Nik Lentz? He ain't going to rise back up through the division.
Right.
And to get back at Mike Dolce? BJ, send him a fucking Christmas card with a picture of your asshole in it.
Yeah.
You know what? Take a shit in a newspaper. Roll it up and put it in Mike Dolce's mailbox. You know what I mean? If you're going to do something to get back at the guy, or just keep up with the public forum calling Mike Dolce a fucking prick, stop with the Mike Dolce shit, man. He is fucking good at what he does. People pay him a lot of money. If you guys didn't get along and it didn't go right for you, too fucking bad. Jenny Craig doesn't get everybody skinny.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, Dwayne Bang Ludwig is doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see. I would actually be interested if BJ had a young Hawaiian kid who was vicious and nasty, who BJ could, usher out to the ring and say, I'm teaching him jiu-jitsu, and that would actually intrigue me. BJ himself is obviously past his prime at this point, man. Like, even a diehard fan, I don't want to see dude come back. That does nothing. Like, he needs a protege. He's that old guy now, man. He's the old head. Like, he's a master. Those dudes don't fight no more, man. They shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an OG now. He don't need to be putting in work on the fucking mat. Not against the likes of Nik Lentz.
All right, what else do we have? Do we have anything salient to talk about? Do we have an event coming up or any fucking thing?
That's the fun part. No events this weekend that I heard of other than Lion Fights and Glory Kickboxing, I think, is this weekend as well. And then no UFC until...
I'm talking about Lion Fights. One of my best friends got fucking shellacked the last time I watched Lion Fights, boy. My friend Ben is a journeyman kickboxer. What that means is because he's tough as fucking nails, they always put him up against guys that he probably isn't going to win. And he got fucking caught with a spinning back elbow. Did either of you guys see it?
No.
If you could find a video of that fucking thing cut him open 13 stitches on his forehead, had him walking like he was walking on fucking Wesson oil and ice. It was crazy. Fucking crushed my heart because he's one of my best friends. I'll tell you what, man, Ben is tough as a motherfucker. That should have knocked that son of a bitch out cold, and he just kind of wobbled a little bit and was like, what the fuck? Bleeding fucking huge, looked like a big old vagina open up on his head. So Ben, if you ever watch the show, my hat's off to you. Toughest guy I know.
Yo, I just thought about something. So like, has English tweeted in?
No, he hasn't.
He's
So,
probably
somebody needs to make sure that he's alive and he hasn't just took the quick way out, because you think, listen, Gus lolts on him, and then Fedor announces this bullshit. I ain't heard from English for a while. He might have took the fucking quick way out. I was going to ask you guys before we came on, is this it for like European MMA? I mean, I had made a joke to English earlier saying that Conor McGregor is their last chance for a star in Europe now, and I know that burns his fucking biscuit. But outside of JJ Jajerjic, or however you pronounce her last name, at strawweight, who the fuck is there in line for the crown? Because listen, when Bisping was actually big, that's when MMA was arguably at its peak in Britain and shit like that. In Europe, probably overall, I would say. Or at least when Gustafson was big. Now that he's pretty much a wrap, like, does that do it for the whole region or what? Like, who's on the upswing in Europe?
Man, I can't fucking. Is that him? No, that's Mike Jarvis just sent some Instagram shit. I'll check it out. I don't fucking know. I mean, I was gonna say Connor. I think that's the only guy I could think of that could have a legit shot at something, right?
He's the only person that comes to my fucking mind.
there it is right here. Check this out.
Holy shit!
Is this gonna show up? What? Bam! Look at that. Look at him. This is one of my best friends right there. Watch this. Watch this fucking shot. Gnarly. Boom.
Wow.
I'm watching, your boy got fucked up, and he didn't fall either.
No, he didn't fall. I'll tell you what, Ben is probably the fucking toughest dude I know.
Dude, look at Mike Jarvis with the fucking super fast Google.
We should get him.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit! Like he's a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Probably an Uber dork is what it is. Sorry, Mike, but I mean, come on. You were pretty fast. You were pretty fast with that fucking shit. You might be a dork. I don't know. But I like dorks. It's fine. So what the fuck? Are we done?
Yeah.
European MMA, motherfucker. Who's the savior?
What, European MMA? I don't give a fucking duck's egg about European MMA or Scottish or Brazilian. It's MMA. I don't give a fuck where you come from. European MMA, is that even a fucking thing? They all come over here and train anyways.
No. You mouthy fucking twat.
No.
They don't.
They
Conor
don't?
still trains in fucking SBG in Ireland.
No, does he? Because most of the videos I saw were at fucking Venice Beach, you prick.
Settle down, big guy. That was one fucking camp, one fucking fight, and it was because he's the biggest star in the UFC. He's got media obligations. He had to be in fucking Vegas. He's going to be training in Ireland for the next fight. Some people stay in Europe. Fuck you, it's a thing.
Go shave your beard again. It's the most interesting thing you've ever done.
I'm not shaving my beard again until he fights.
It's the most interesting you've done. Oh, fuck. All right. Okay, on that fucking note, fuck you.
Is that it?
That caught me off guard, dude. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're gonna end the show right on that note. Thanks for tuning in to Keyboard Warriors tonight. Appreciate everyone tuning in, tweeting over. Somebody check on fucking English because he has not tweeted in at all. So I'm wondering if he's alive or not.
Is that fuck you for me?
Yeah, well, no, it's for you basically, but it's for all of you. Anybody out there who doubts my beard or who has some shitty shit to say, this is.
You know what? That looks like a fucking gnarly vagina with teeth. Back away from the.
Those are fucking beautiful lips. What those are.
That looks like a fucking nasty old snatch that has some wisdom in there. Get the fuck back, Dad.
All right, fellas. You can follow Aaron on Twitter if you feel like it. At Doc Robbins MMA, I believe, right? Doc Robbins?
I think it's Doc_Robbins MMA.
There you go.
But who gives a shit?
Nobody's watching anymore. You can follow me on Vine at Big Dick Kirby swinging. Fucking.
Exactly.
All right.
You can email me at mycockishuge@yahoo.com.
That's what we should do. We should start having some fun with this shit at the end. Follow some shit that doesn't exist. You fucking.
All right. Follow us on all the things or none of the things. You can all go suck a dick. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys next week.